It's Monday, so let's make some snacking cake for the week. Today we have a blueberry cake with an Earl Grey tea infused frosting. Starting with our cake layer, we're first going to be creaming our butter until it's nice and smooth. Next I have some granulated sugar and some brown sugar. I then have a neutral oil, I'm just using vegetable. We're then going to add some room temperature eggs, and I always keep mine in some warm water if I forget to take them out beforehand. And then we also have some vanilla extract. So in a separate bowl, we'll now work on our dry ingredients. So I have some flour, baking powder, baking soda, and some salt. We're next going to add our dry ingredients into our wet. So now I'll get this folded in gently. So there's still some pockets of flour, which is exactly what we want. So now we'll continue adding the remaining ingredients. So I have some buttermilk, some lemon zest, and then some lemon juice here. So now we're just going to mix it a little bit more. So we have our blueberries portioned out, and I'm just going to add a little bit of flour. And by lightly coating the blueberries in flour, this will help make sure they don't sink to the bottom too much. Now we'll add our coated blueberries, and we'll get this fully combined. So with our cake batter ready, we can now prepare our 9-inch cake pan. We have our cake ready to go in the oven, and I have it set to 350. So our cake was in the oven for about 25 minutes, but always just use a cake tester, and as long as it comes out clean, that's when you'll know it's done. So next we'll take it out of the pan. So our cake is warm to the touch, so we're going to continue letting it cool, and next we're going to work on our frosting. So with our frosting, we're going to be infusing it with some tea. So first we're going to be heating up a portion of the heavy cream, and we're going to get this simmered on the stove. So we were able to get our tea to a simmer, so now I'm going to cut open this tea bag, and we'll dump it right in. So now with our tea added in, we're going to cover this up and let it sit for an hour off the heat. So our tea infused heavy cream has been sitting off the heat for about an hour, so now we're going to pour it through this strainer. So I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but we're first going to put this in the fridge to get cold again, and then we'll add the remaining frosting ingredients, which also includes additional heavy cream too. So we had our tea infused heavy cream sitting in the fridge. Now we're going to add some additional heavy cream. We're also going to add in some powdered sugar. And then we finally have some cream cheese that we're going to add. So now we'll get this nice and incorporated. Now with our frosting ready, we can officially add it on top of the cake. And then I'm just going to top it with some fresh blueberries as well. All right, and now for the best part, I get to eat a slice. So the distribution for the blueberries is pretty good. The cake is nice and soft, and you get a hint of the lemon. I think it's a great pairing with the Earl Grey tea. I would definitely recommend trying whatever your favorite tea flavors are, especially with how easy the frosting was. So I'll be sure to have ingredients in my caption, the full recipe on my Substack, and I'm excited to do another snacking cake next week.